How's it going, everyone? Thanks for tuning in today. This is going to be a follow-up video to my Kurt's card care videos that I came out with probably about a month ago. Go back and watch those if you're interested. But this is in light of some new information that actually just came out via Tiffany Cards. I picked this up over on Instagram, and he's posted here that Kurt's 1953 Jackie Robinson that he submitted, this is the cert number here, and I'll show you the card here in a minute, was actually deactivated by PSA. And so his original post is on Twitter or X, I guess they call it now. But he pointed out here that you have this card right here, which appears to be the same exact card that was eventually graded. You can see some staining here at the top and on the side of the card. Well, it went through Kurt's card care process of soaking the card, and that was actually done in a live video on Instagram, which I will show that. But he found this card that was graded. He basically tagged PSA. They decertified the card because it's pretty clear evidence of what happened there. So you got, your before and after, and he points out some before and after pictures, which these guys that point this out and do this research do a great job. It's pretty clearly identified after that point that yes, that's the same card. Mentions in his Instagram post here that not only was the 53 Jackie Robinson decertified, but likely the entire submission. And I did reach out to him for clarification on what this means. And if you go over and you look at that cert that we're talking about here, last 49275, you'll see that it was intentionally deactivated. Now, he let me know that likely when an entire submission is deactivated, it will sequentially follow. So you'll submit a number of cards and they follow in sequential order. So if you look at 9276, that's deactivated. You look at 9277, that's deactivated. 9278, that's deactivated as well. So highly likely that this entire submission, if he submitted multiple cards, was in fact deactivated. Great job from Tiffany Cards sending that over to PSA. So again, if you want to know my stance on this and you want to know a little bit more about the whole card cleaning aspect, do check out my prior videos. But this is the video that was kind of the smoking gun here. Let's see, about 6 weeks ago, I'll link to this as well. It does show him soaking that exact card. So that was put up in an Instagram live video, probably not the best idea, then graded. I don't know if Kurt submitted this card for grading or someone else did. We don't really know that at this point. But anyway, it was done and it was decertified. I'm not talking about the regular card cleaning here either. Like you got the Kurt's card care spray where they're spraying it off and wiping it down. This is different. This is soaking. So PSA's stance clearly in this situation is that they're not going to deal soaked cards if they know that they've in fact been soaked. And if you do go over to PSA's grading definitions page, and I'll link to this one as well so you can take a look at it. They do mention evidence of cleaning. Now, they're saying using a whitener to whiten borders or a solution, in this case we're really talking about a solution, is used to remove wax, candy, gum, or tobacco stains. Pretty clear that they're not going to tolerate this kind of stuff. So if nothing else, I think this would really make people that are going to these extreme lengths, and I do consider soaking like an extreme length, not just wiping down the card. There's an argument to be made that, hey, we're spraying some cleaning solution and wiping down a card. I don't know, maybe that's not as big of a deal. I still think if you're adding any kind of substance, given PSA's grid definitions, which they do really need to update, but I mean, this is a whole other level, this soaking stuff. So good to see it happen. Do check out this video. Kurt went on Jeremy Lee Sports Cards Live and did an interview. I actually watched this whole thing just because, if I'm going to speak on the topic, might as well hear it from the horse's mouth, right? And this is a really good interview with him. It's become a hot topic nowadays, as you can see. But I did find something interesting to point out here, and I do suggest you go watch this. But I wanted to point out this section, and you can go jump to it if you want. It's around the 35-minute mark when Kurt claims that his products are in compliance with grading. That was the specific words that he used there. And he also alludes to this several times during the interview. But the grading companies have already come out and said they're against adding foreign chemicals to products, and especially like in the matter of soaking and all this kind of stuff, and they consider it altering. And the fact that these cards are now decertified, that's pretty clear indicator that he's not in compliance with grading, because they're basically telling him this is not allowed. So is what it is. I just wanted to come out with a quick video, rather, just to go over this because I thought it was interesting. I know I did say that I was putting this to bed after my last video on it, but I feel like this is just important to share. I do want to show you a topic over on the hobby boards. I'm going to link to this thread here. It's a good place to have a discussion. Whether you are pro cleaning or against it completely, head on over there. There's nobody that's going to judge your opinion. We got a lot of long-term hobbyists, so yes, probably the sentiment there is more along the lines that we're against these practices. But regardless, I think it's a good place to discuss this. As always, I appreciate you all tuning into these videos, and you consider subscribing to the channel if you like what I have to offer, and I will catch you on the next one.